第1話、茶の湯の覇者。戦国時代、武将たちが天下を目指し、剣と地で未来を切り開く時代。しかし、この混沌の時代において、刀でも矢でもなく、一碗のお茶を武器にし、天下人たちの心を掌握した男がいた。名を千利休。利休の名を聞いたことがない者はいないだろう。茶道といえば利休、利休といえば茶道。まさに日本文化の代名詞として永久欠番のごとく、その名が語り継がれている。しかし、利休とはただの茶人ではない。茶の湯という静けさの芸術で、戦乱の世を支配した超越的な人物なのだ。だが、あなたはこう思うかもしれない。お茶を立ててただけの人？いいや、それだけではない。千利休を知れば、戦国時代の真髄が見える。織田信長、豊臣秀吉という希代の覇者たちが、なぜこの男に心を傾けたのか。何故、利休の一言が時に戦の決断を左右するほどの重みを持ったのか。その答えは、利休が作り上げた茶室の中にある。あの狭くて薄暗い茶室こそ、実はこの世で最も危険な空間だったのだ。そこに座る者たちが皆、次は誰が切られるか、と冷や汗を流しながら茶を飲んでいたことなど、我々のイメージからは遠いだろう。茶道は、ただの趣味ではなかった。それは命を懸けた巨大なカルチャーだったのだ。千利休が信長や秀吉と出会わなければ、歴史はまるで違ったものになっていただろう。彼の茶の湯は、単なるもてなしではなく、戦略そのものだった。小さな茶室に天下人を招き入れ、わずか一碗のお茶でその心を動かし、時に戦場以上の緊張感が漂う空間を作り上げた。信長が利休の一服に魅了されたのはなぜか。それは、利休が信長の合理性と美を見抜き、茶の湯という形でその本質を具現化したからだ。信長は剣よりも早く心をつかむ利休の術に深い敬意を抱いたと言われている。やがてその影響力は秀吉に受け継がれていく。茶室とはいわば非武装の戦場である。武将たちは刀を外し己をさらけ出す。そしてそこに君臨するのが茶人千利休。茶室の中で権力者たちは戦場で見せる顔とは全く異なる素顔を晒さざるを得なかった。一方で利休はその茶室でまるで狂言回しのように相手の心を操っていく。わずかな仕草、茶器の配置、季節に合わせた掛け軸の言葉、すべてが相手の心を動かすための計算だ。だがそこには決して傲慢さはなかった。わびさびという静けさの中に美と儚さの真理を示す。それゆえ利休に心酔する者もいれば疎ましがる者もいた。千利休という男はただの芸術家ではない。むしろ芸術を通じて権力者と渡り合い、時にその命運すら握る存在だった。その姿は我々が抱く茶人のイメージとはかけ離れているかもしれない。しかし茶室で織田信長が一服の茶をすすり、豊臣秀吉がその眼差しに深く吸い込まれていくその瞬間こそが戦国時代の本当の舞台だったのだ。さあ、ここから始まる千利休の物語。彼がいかにして茶の湯を通じて天下を掌握し、そして最後に己の美学に命を懸ける決断を下したのか。その全貌に迫っていく。
Episode 1. The Champion of the Tea Ceremony. The Sengoku Period, a time when warlords fought for supremacy, forging their futures through blood and steel. Yet, in the midst of this chaotic era, there was a man who wielded neither sword nor arrow. but a single bowl of tea to seize the hearts of the most powerful rulers of the land. His name was Rikyū. There are few in Japan who have not heard the name Rikyū. Tea ceremony is synonymous with Rikyū, and Rikyū is synonymous with tea. His name has become an icon of Japanese culture, remembered like a retired number that will never be worn again. But Rikyū was not just a simple tea master. He was a transcendent figure, one who used the art of tranquility to navigate and influence the chaotic world of war. You might wonder, wasn't he just a man who brewed tea? No, he was much more than that. To know Rikyū is to understand the essence of the Sengoku period itself. What was it that made two of the most powerful warlords in history, Oda Nobunaga and Toyotomi Hideyoshi, entrust so much to this quiet man? How could a single word from Rikyū carry such weight that it could sway decisions that would determine the fate of battles? The answer lies within the tea rooms he crafted. Those small, dim spaces were, in fact, the most dangerous places in all of Japan. The men who sat in them drank tea with beads of cold sweat on their brows, silently asking themselves, "Who will be the next to die?" The thought that a tea ceremony could evoke such tension is far removed from our modern understanding. Tea ceremony was not just a hobby. It was a high-stakes cultural arena where lives were on the line. Had Rikyū never crossed paths with Nobunaga or Hideyoshi, history might have unfolded quite differently. To them, tea was not mere hospitality, it was a form of strategy. Within the confines of a small tea room, Rikyū invited the most powerful men of his time. There, with just a single bowl of tea, he could soothe ambition, stoke rivalry, or influence decisions that could decide the fate of the nation. In that space, the tension was often more intense than on any battlefield. Nobunaga, a visionary leader, was captivated by Rikyū. It wasn't simply the taste of tea that intrigued him, it was how Rikyū embodied Nobunaga's ideal of combining beauty with practicality. Rikyū's minimalist approach to tea aligned perfectly with Nobunaga's desire for order and efficiency. Nobunaga respected how the tea master could influence minds faster than any blade could. And after Nobunaga's fall, it was Hideyoshi who would carry Rikyū's influence forward. In a world ruled by war, the tea room became a place where the rules were reversed. Swords were left at the door, and warriors entered unarmed and vulnerable. It was, in effect, a battlefield without weapons, where even the most powerful men had to lay bare their true selves before the tea master. Rikyū presided over this fragile space, orchestrating each encounter with precision and care. Everything in the tea room had meaning, from the placement of the utensils to the seasonal scroll on the wall. Every detail was designed to subtly guide the emotions and thoughts of those present. And yet, there was no arrogance in Rikyū's artistry. His philosophy was rooted in wabi-sabi, a reverence for simplicity, impermanence, and imperfection. Through this philosophy, Rikyū revealed both the beauty and fragility of life, leaving some deeply moved, while others found it unsettling. Rikyū was not just an artist, nor was he merely a servant to the powerful. He was a man who used art as a weapon, standing on equal footing with the most influential figures of his time. His tea rooms were not tranquil escapes from reality. They were stages where the greatest dramas of the Sengoku era were played out. Imagine Oda Nobunaga, the ruthless warlord, seated cross-legged, sipping tea in silence, his sharp mind still active, even in the quiet. Imagine Toyotomi Hideyoshi, his gaze drawn into the stillness of the room, aware that each moment of silence held more meaning than words ever could. In those fleeting moments, alliances were formed, ambitions were sparked, and betrayals were conceived. This is where the story of Senno Rikyū begins, a man who wielded tea as both art and strategy and who, in the end, would stake his very life on his aesthetic principles. Why did he risk everything for his ideals? How did this unassuming tea master come to hold the fates of the most powerful men in his hands? And what ultimate price did he pay for remaining true to his vision? The journey into the life of Senno Rikyū starts here. His tea was not just a beverage, but a way to bend the wills of rulers and reshape the course of history. Join us as we explore how this master of subtlety and grace rose to power, and how, in the end, his unwavering commitment to beauty would cost him everything.